Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our English podcast A2 series. In this podcast, we try to improve our English listening skills by talking about simple but meaningful topics from everyday life.
Hello, everyone. We are really happy that you are listening again today. And in this episode, we are going to talk about something that many people think about but often find difficult to do, which is building good daily habits.
Yes, habits are very interesting because our daily habits often decide how our life looks after months or even years.
That is very true. Sometimes people believe that success comes from big and dramatic changes, but in reality, it often comes from small habits that we repeat every day.
For example, someone who reads just 10 pages of a book every day will finish many books during the year without feeling that they are working very hard.
Exactly. And the same idea works for learning languages, exercising, saving money, or even improving our mental health.
When you think about your own life, do you believe that habits play an important role?
Yes, I do. In fact, when I look at my past, I can see that many good things happened because of small habits that I started without expecting big results.
Can you give an example?
Of course. A few years ago, I wanted to improve my English, but I did not have much time to study because my schedule was very busy.
That is a very common problem for many people.
Yes, so instead of studying for long hours, I decided that I was going to listen to English podcasts during my daily commute.
That is a very smart idea because commuting time often feels wasted.
Exactly. I was already spending about 30 minutes on the bus every day, so I thought that listening to English during that time would be a good use of those minutes.
And did it help?
Yes, it helped a lot. At the beginning, I did not understand everything, but I continued listening every day.
Consistency is very important when we build a new habit.
Yes, and after a few months, I noticed that I understood much more than before.
That must have felt very encouraging.
It did, because when you see progress, even small progress, you feel motivated to continue.
When I was younger, I did not think much about habits. I believed that motivation was the most important thing.
Many people think that way.
Yes, but motivation is not always reliable because sometimes we feel motivated and energetic, but other days we feel tired or lazy.
Exactly. That is why habits are powerful, because once something becomes a habit, we do it almost automatically.
Have you ever tried to build a habit that was very difficult at first?
Yes, actually, I tried to wake up earlier in the morning.
That is a difficult habit for many people.
Yes, especially for people who like to sleep late.
What made you decide to wake up earlier?
I realized that in the evening I was often too tired to do anything productive, so I thought that waking up earlier would give me some quiet time in the morning.
That makes sense because mornings are usually calm and peaceful.
Exactly. At the beginning, I was going to wake up 1 hour earlier every day.
Let me guess, that plan was a little too ambitious.
Yes, after 3 days, I was extremely tired.
So what did you do?
I changed the plan. Instead of waking up 1 hour earlier, I decided that I was going to wake up just 15 minutes earlier.
That sounds much more realistic.
Yes, and after 2 weeks, those 15 minutes felt completely normal.
Did you eventually increase the time?
Yes, after some time, I started waking up 30 minutes earlier, and now it's a comfortable habit.
What do you usually do during that extra time in the morning?
Sometimes I read a few pages of a book, sometimes I plan my day, and sometimes I simply sit quietly and drink my coffee.
That sounds like a peaceful way to start the day.
Yes, and it helps me feel more organized and less stressed during the rest of the day.
Another interesting thing about habits is that they often create other habits.
What do you mean?
For example, when someone starts exercising regularly, they often begin eating healthier food as well.
That is true because healthy habits often support each other.
Exactly. And over time, those small changes create a completely different lifestyle.
That reminds me of a friend of mine who decided to start running every morning.
Was it difficult for him?
Yes, at the beginning he could only run for 5 minutes before feeling tired.
But he continued?
Yes, he continued every day, and slowly he increased the time.
What happened after a few months?
After several months, he was running 5 kilometers every morning.
That is a huge improvement.
Yes, and it all started with just 5 minutes.
This example shows that patience is very important when we build habits.
Yes, many people give up too early because they expect fast results.
But real progress often takes time.
Exactly.
So if someone is listening right now and wants to build a new habit, what advice would you give?
First, I would say start very small, because small habits are easier to maintain.
That is good advice.
Second, try to connect the new habit with something you already do every day.
For example, listening to English while drinking your morning coffee.
Exactly.
Another helpful idea is tracking your progress.
Yes, because when you see your progress, you feel motivated to continue.
Even marking a calendar can be helpful.
Yes, it creates a sense of achievement.
What about people who fail sometimes?
Failure is normal. Missing one day is not a problem.
The important thing is continuing the next day.
Exactly. Habits are built through repetition, not perfection.
So if you miss one day, just start again.
Yes, never give up completely because of one mistake.
That is a very positive message.
Yes, and I believe everyone can improve their life with small daily habits.
Thank you very much for listening to episode 4 of our English podcast A2 series.
We hope this long conversation helped you practice your listening and gave you some ideas about building good habits.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, and keep practicing your English every day.